Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I really do apologise for the lighting. It might come in and out. The sun is blaring outside. I've had to close my curtains. Anyway, thank you for joining me on Everyday May, and as you can see from the title, I'm bringing you 5 foundations that I absolutely love and 1 foundation I didn't enjoy. For pale skin, I'm quite pale, but also yellow toned skin and dry normal skin. Quite a lot in there really, but there's 5 foundations that I really enjoy, 2 of which are budget, 1 which is sort of medium, and then 2 that are high. I guess it really does depend. So I wanted to show you them all. They're the ones that I enjoy wearing and I would repurchase over and over again. So I'm going to start with the budget brands and then onto the high end, the one that I've got on. So the ones that I absolutely love are, number 1, this is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum. This is the gel foundation, which I believe is a dupe for the YSL Touche Éclat, which I do really love. I love that foundation, but because I love this, I don't feel like buying that one ever. Claire uses that one. I use this one. This is in the shade 52 Vanille. It's 1 shade darker than the lightest colour. I'm just going to pop a little bit on my hand. It's like a medium consistency. It's not too thick, but it doesn't drip down. You can see it just here. I'm just going to rub it on my hand here for you. So there it is. You can just see it's about the same colour as my skin. It just feels so lovely, smells lovely on as well. It's a really lovely one for the summertime, spring, summertime, and it's a medium coverage. It doesn't stay around massively long, but it does wear for, you know, most of the day. Like with most foundations for me, they break up around my nose because of my glasses. I can't stop that from happening. So anything that is quite light or medium is a good one for me. Don't be fooled, there are 2 different Healthy Mix foundations. One is the Healthy Mix foundation, which is the it's square bottle, and then there's this sort of round bottle, looks like a tube, bit taller, and this is the serum. This is the lighter of the 2. So if you're looking for coverage that is medium to light, and you want a dewy finish, that one is one of my favourites. It's spoken about a lot as well. The other one that is a discovery that I've already repurchased has got to be the Rimmel Match Perfection. I used to love the Rimmel Lasting Perfection, was it? I can't remember. Lasting Finish. But I like this more. This is definitely a bit more yellow tone. This is in the shade 100 Ivory. I did say what the other one was. This has got SPF of 20 in as well. So if you're looking for SPF, this is a really good one. It's quite cooling on the skin. It says it's got pore blurring effect. Yeah, I guess it does a little bit. I think this is a great foundation for the money. They're £7.99 normally. This is the cheapest one out of all of the ones that I'm going to show you. I think it's £10 for the other one, £9.99. This lasts me quite a while as well. They're both 30 mils, but I feel like this one lasts me for quite a while. In terms of a shade, it does look slightly darker than the Bourjois one. Let me just give you a swatch. But it does work really nicely for me. So I think what I'll try and do is insert some swatches. They feel quite similar. This one has a bit more of a silicone-y feeling to it, you know, since putting them both on. So that's probably where the blurring effect comes in. But I love it. If you're looking for something, again, medium coverage, sorry about that, buildable coverage, then that is something that I would go for. So next up is the MAC Waterweight SPF 30 foundation. It's the Studio Waterweight foundation. This is a very thin consistency. It's got a pipette, which hopefully, I don't know whether you can see, but I'm just going to drip it back into the bottle. I use about 2 pipettes per application. I'll just show you it here. So it's quite a light shade. This is in the shade NC15, which is one of the lightest shades. The problem with this is that NC15 to me is much more yellow than you would expect. So it's just there. I don't know whether you can see that actually. It's a really good match for me though. It's very neutral, and that's what the guy at the MAC counter was saying. It's much more of a neutral shade than it is a rosy tone shade. I really, really like that foundation for a light coverage. My skin at the moment is particularly good, and I've found that I've been wearing that a lot for work. I find that it doesn't feel like I'm wearing any makeup. It is very light coverage, and if you haven't got flawless skin, or if you've got any kind of thing that needs covering up, you might struggle. But if you really want something that doesn't feel like you've got any makeup on, you want to cover, sort of even out the skin tone without caking up your face, that is a perfect foundation. I never thought I'd be able to find a MAC foundation that I liked, but that one I do. I use it with a brush rather than a beauty blender as well, so that's a tip if you're looking to try that one out. Next up is another Pipette foundation. I've nearly finished this actually. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. This is in Fair Neutral, and the Pipette it's such a difficult thing to use this. Again, it's quite a watery foundation. Let's see if I can get it in. It reminds me of the MAC one, but it's much more full coverage than the MAC one. If you're looking again for a dewy foundation, but one that has got lots of coverage, I think this is sort of demi-matte. It can dry on me a little bit, which is why I have to use a beauty blender with this one and not the other one. I do find this a little bit more drying. However, I do like the coverage on this, and I always think my skin looks really nice. However, my skin has to be absolutely on point for this one, because if it's a little bit dry, this just clings to it. So yeah, it's not my absolute favourite, but it's a really good one. If you are oily, I think this would be good as well. So I do believe this is sort of a all across, you know, all of the skin types. As I say, if you've got dry skin, just use a damp beauty blender, or make sure your skin is flawless. So that is a tip. And then finally, probably my most expensive foundation is this. This is the Ulema Skin Base Foundation. I have this on today. This is £32.50 normally. I didn't say the price of the other two, but I will link it down below. This is in the shade 03, I believe. Yep, SB03. I decided to go for this because it seemed more yellow toned. And it is quite yellow toned. I would say it's quite a light foundation in terms of the shade. But if you're looking for full coverage foundation with a dewy finish, then look no further. This is just here. It is a really lovely foundation for people who have dry skin but are looking for full coverage. When I feel like, so when I was really poorly, I was wearing this quite a lot to cover up the sort of dryness, etc. I did again use a beauty blender or a blending sponge. I felt like it just needed that. It would have been far too cakey if I didn't use it. Again, it has a demi matte finish. Some people compare it to the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I can't wear the Estee Lauder Double Wear because it really breaks up on my skin. I get such dry patches with it. It doesn't look nice. It looks awful on the chin, awful around the nose, sort of around these parts. But with this works really well. I've had this on all day. I've had this on for about 8 hours so far, and I don't feel like it's moved or done anything. I use a primer with all of my foundations, just so you know. I don't go primerless at all. It just won't work with that one, and I end up using maybe a moisturising primer, more of a sticky primer underneath mine, and I really do enjoy this one. This is sort of a recent purchase for me, so if you're looking for something that is full coverage, none of the others really are because I don't usually need it, but I would definitely recommend this. The other thing about this is you don't need a lot. It's actually such a small bottle. It seems so weird, but it is still 30 mils. There is 30 mils in it, yeah. And compared to all of them, I think 30 mils like this, I feel like it's such a small, I suppose it isn't. It just feels small in the hand. There's nothing expensive about this packaging though. It is just plastic packaging. It is just a squeezy tube. But you know what, it is good foundation. I wish that I didn't have to pay £32.50 for it because it's quite expensive, but it is one that I will repurchase when I finish. I have 5 foundations on the go though at the moment, so I have to finish up at least 4. And there is one that I want to buy, which is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. I tried it and I absolutely love it. So that will definitely be my next purchase. It reminds me of this actually. It's a little bit lighter, so yeah, I'm very excited. So I just want to bring you one flop, one foundation that I didn't enjoy, and this is the Mallee Complexion Perfection Soft Focus Foundation. This is definitely not for dry skin. I guess I should have known. It came in a set though, and I really like the primer that comes with it, but this I don't enjoy at all. I don't really enjoy the colour. I don't really enjoy how it feels on my skin. This is in the shade Fair, but I'm not really keen on it. it oxidizes terribly on me. So I am going to have to pass this foundation on to somebody. It just doesn't suit me at all. So unfortunately, this, I've heard so many good things about other Mallee foundations, but this Complexion Perfection Soft Focus Foundation, blooming heckers, it just didn't work for me. So I would give that a miss if you have dry skin. So thank you so much for watching. I haven't ever really done a foundation video, I don't think. So I hope that you've enjoyed it. Let me know what your favourite foundation is. If you've got similar skin to me, let me know and drop a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and tell your friends about me. I'd love for more people to come and say hi and join our community. And of course, I will see you in another video this May. I don't know when these are all going up, so you will see me in May for Everyday May, and that is yeah, every single day. Wow, what have I sort of signed myself up for? Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. Take care. Bye guys.